Welcome everyone to today's video. I'm so glad you're here with me because today we're diving into something really important. Something that could be affecting you or someone you love right now without you even realizing it. We're talking about 5 hidden dangers in your kitchen that harm seniors over 70. If you've got a parent, a grandparent, or maybe you're over 70 yourself, this is for you. Kitchens are the heart of the home, right? They're where we cook, we laugh, we gather. But for seniors, this familiar space can turn into a minefield of risks if we're not careful. So grab a cup of tea, get comfy, and let's uncover these dangers together. Oh, and if you find this helpful, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss a video like this. Let's get started. Now, before we jump into danger number 1, I want you to think about this. How many times have you walked into your kitchen today? 5, 10? For seniors, it's the same. They're in and out all day. But as we age, things like balance, strength, and even eyesight start to shift. And that's when the kitchen can become less of a safe haven and more of a hazard zone. So let's shine a light on these hidden risks and talk about how to fix them. Ready? Here we go. First up, slippery floors. This might not sound like a big deal, but for seniors over 70, it's a huge risk. Did you know that falls are the leading cause of injury for older adults? And where do a lot of those falls happen? Right here in the kitchen. Think about it. Spills happen all the time. A little water from washing dishes, some grease from cooking bacon, or even a drop of juice from that orange you just peeled. For someone with perfect balance, it's no problem. But for a senior whose reflexes might be slower or whose legs aren't as steady, that tiny spill can send them crashing down. Now let's break this down. As we age, our bones get more brittle. A fall that might have just bruised you at 30 could break a hip at 70. And recovery? It's not easy. Studies show that half of seniors who break a hip never fully regain their independence. That's heartbreaking, right? So what makes kitchen floors so dangerous? Well, a lot of us have tile or linoleum, beautiful, easy to clean, but oh so slippery when wet. And seniors might not notice a spill right away, especially if their eyesight isn't what it used to be. Here's a real story for you. My neighbor, Mrs. Carter, she's 78, told me about a time she slipped on a wet spot in her kitchen. She'd been mopping and she didn't realize she'd missed a patch. Down she went, thankfully only bruising her knee. But she said it scared her so much she didn't cook for a week. Can you imagine? So how do we fix this? First, non-slip mats are your best friend. Put them near the sink, the stove, anywhere spills are likely. Second, keep a towel handy. Wipe up spills the second they happen. And if you're a senior watching this, or you've got one in your life, consider shoes with good grip, even indoors. No more shuffling around in socks or slippery slippers. Okay, quick engagement break. If you've ever slipped in your kitchen or know someone who has, drop a number 1 in the comments below. I'd love to hear your stories. And if you're finding this useful so far, hit that subscribe button. We've got 4 more dangers to go. Alright, danger number 2, hard to reach cabinets. Look at this, see how I'm stretching up here? For me, it's a little awkward, but I can manage. But for a senior over 70, this is a recipe for disaster. As we get older, our flexibility decreases, our balance gets wobbly, and our muscles just don't have the same oomph. Reaching up to grab a can of soup or a bag of flour might seem simple, but it can lead to a fall, a strain, or even something worse. Picture this. A 72-year-old woman, let's call her Linda, wants to bake cookies for her grandkids. She's done it a million times, right? But her favorite mixing bowl is up on that top shelf. She stretches, maybe stands on her tiptoes, and suddenly she's off balance. Or worse, she grabs a stool, unsteady, rickety, and climbs up. One wrong move and she's on the floor. This happens more often than you'd think. And it's not just falling. Overreaching can pull a muscle or tweak a shoulder, leaving seniors in pain for weeks. So what's the fix? First, reorganize. Move the stuff you use every day, plates, cups, canned goods, to lower shelves or countertops. If you've got a senior in your home, ask them what they need most and make it easy to grab. Second, if they have to reach up, get a sturdy step stool with a handrail, not some flimsy chair. And third, consider installing pull-down shelves. They're a bit of an investment, but they bring the cabinet contents right to you. Safety first, right? No more playing kitchen acrobatics. Let's keep the energy going. Comment number 2 if you're still here with me. And if you've got a tip for organizing cabinets, share it below. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe. We're only on danger 2, and there's so much more to cover. Okay, danger number 3 is a big one. Fire hazards. The kitchen is already a hotspot, literally, for fires, but for seniors over 70, the risk is even higher. Why? Well, think about it. Maybe their hands aren't as steady, so a towel gets too close to the burner. Or their memory isn't as sharp, and they forget the stove's on. Or maybe they're just tired and they nod off while something's cooking. Whatever the reason, kitchen fires are a real threat and they can escalate fast. Here's a scary stat. Adults over 65 are twice as likely to die in a house fire than younger folks. And a lot of those fires start right here. Loose sleeves, paper towels, that greasy pan you forgot to clean, all it takes is a spark. I heard about a man named George, 76, who left a pot of oil on the stove while he stepped out to grab the mail. He got distracted, and by the time he came back, the kitchen was smoking. Luckily, he put it out with a lid, but he said his heart was pounding for hours. That's not a scare anyone needs. So how do we prevent this? First, keep flammable stuff, towels, curtains, pot holders, away from the stove. Second, never leave cooking unattended, especially if you're frying or broiling. Third, get a fire extinguisher and keep it in the kitchen. Make sure it's easy to reach and everyone knows how to use it. And here's a bonus tip: smoke alarms. Check them monthly, especially if a senior lives alone. A loud beep could save a life. Oh, and if you're a caregiver, pop in during cooking time now and then, just to be safe. Alright, let's hear from you. Have you ever had a close call with a kitchen fire? Drop a number 3 in the comments. I'm dying to know. And if this is hitting home for you, subscribe and share this with someone who needs it. We've got 2 more dangers to tackle. Danger number 4, sharp edges and tools. Knives, can openers, graters, these are kitchen staples, but for seniors over 70, they can be a hidden menace. As we age, our skin gets thinner, our grip gets weaker, and our coordination might slip. A little nick that you'd shrug off at 40 could turn into a big problem at 75. Think infections, slow healing, or even a trip to the ER. Let me paint a picture. Imagine a sweet 80-year-old guy, Tom, slicing veggies for his famous stew. His hands shake a bit, maybe arthritis, maybe just age, and the knife slips. It's not a deep cut, but it bleeds a lot and he's flustered. He wraps it up, but a week later it's red and swollen because it didn't heal right. That's the reality for a lot of seniors, and it's not just knives, those old-school can openers. They're brutal on shaky hands, leaving jagged edges that can slice you up. So what's the solution? First, swap out old tools for safer ones. Electric can openers, knives with ergonomic handles, even cutting boards with grips. These make a huge difference. Second, keep sharp stuff stored low and secure. No reaching up or digging through cluttered drawers. And third, if you're helping a senior, offer to prep food sometimes. Chop those onions for them. It's a small gesture that keeps them safe. Oh, and one more thing, good lighting. Dim kitchens make it hard to see what you're cutting. Brighten it up. Quick check-in. Comment number 4 if you've ever struggled with a tricky can opener or a slippery knife. And if you're loving these tips, hit subscribe. We're almost at the end, but not quite. Finally, danger number 5, spoiled food and poor fridge habits. This one's sneaky because it's not about falling or burning. It's about what's going inside your body. For seniors over 70, food safety is critical. Their immune systems aren't as strong, so a little food poisoning that might give you a rough day could land them in the hospital. And the kitchen fridge, it's ground zero for this danger. Think about this. How often do you check expiration dates? Seniors might not. Maybe their eyesight's fuzzy, or they just forget. That milk from 2 weeks ago? That mystery container in the back? It's a gamble. And then there's cross-contamination. Raw chicken dripping onto veggies, or leftovers sitting out too long. I knew a lady, Margaret, 73, who ate some old deli meat because it looked fine. She spent 3 days in bed with a stomach bug. Not fun. So how do we tackle this? First, label everything. Get a marker and write dates on containers. Opened March 30th or expires April 10th. Second, keep the fridge organized. Raw meat on the bottom, ready-to-eat stuff up top. Third, toss leftovers after 3 or 4 days. No exceptions. And if you're a caregiver, check their fridge now and then. It's a quiet way to keep them healthy. Oh, and one last tip. Keep the fridge at 40 degrees Fahrenheit or below. Use a thermometer to be sure. Alright, final engagement break. Comment number 5 if you've ever found something funky in your fridge or your grandma's. And if this video's opened your eyes, subscribe and share it with someone over 70 in your life. Let's keep our seniors safe. There you have it. 5 hidden dangers in your kitchen that harm seniors over 70. Slippery floors, hard-to-reach cabinets, fire hazards, sharp tools, and spoiled food. These might seem small, but they can have a big impact. I hope you've picked up some tips today to make your kitchen or your loved ones a safer place. If you liked this, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and let me know in the comments which danger surprised you most. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'll see you in the next one. Stay safe, everyone.